Freelance brand scaling is blowing up all over social media just because of Brez Scales. He started this business model a couple years ago, and basically all you do is find businesses or brands and help them run their ads. That's where the term scale comes into play. That might sound super scary, and it sounded scary to me, but it's very simple to learn the basics. Basically, step one is just reaching out to potential clients, like maybe a landscaping company or a plumber. And as you're reaching out to them, or if you're on the call with them, all you do is try to convince them to hop on a follow-up call with you to where you would later pitch your offer and try and convince them to pay you to run ads for them. It's basically a help each other relationship. You're helping each other make money, they're paying you, and you're helping them run ads, which will bring them in more clients or more customers. Honestly, reaching out to businesses and signing your first client is going to be the hardest step of the whole process. There are tons of different ways you can get in contact with these businesses, such as cold calling, cold email, or cold DMing. And you're probably thinking, what in the world is a cold call or a cold DM? But pretty much all you're doing is reaching out and getting in contact with the business and having a conversation with that business for the first time, which means it is a cold call because you haven't warmed up to each other with previous conversations. And to get the information to get in contact with these businesses is really easy. You could literally just go on Google or Yelp and look up, for example, a plumber in Atlanta, Georgia, and a list of them will come up, and all you have to do is click their phone number, type it in, and give them a call. For example, if you're calling a plumber, reach out and say, for example, hey, this is your name. I know this is out of the blue, but I'll try and keep it quick. I work with local service-based businesses a lot like yours that want to scale using Facebook ads. So I was curious if y'all are currently running any paid traffic for your plumbing business. And if they say no, then pretty much all you're going to do is ask them why, ask them if they've ever tried it, and see if you can find a pain point in the call where they didn't either have a good experience with running ads or if they just haven't tried it and if they were, for example, scared. And then you can let them know that you've helped other businesses in the same business space scale and double their ROAS in under 90 days. ROAS means return on ad spent, if you did not know that. And what you're going to be pitching to these businesses is either a result-based deal or a retainer-based. A result-based means that they don't pay you anything up front. The only thing that they pay you is a percent of what you generate them. For example, if I ran ads for a clothing brand and I took them from $0 to $10,000, I take 10% of that, making me $1,000 from that one client. For example, a retainer means that they are paying you upfront to run ads for them for that month. For example, if I closed a client on a $2,000 a month retainer, they'd be paying me whatever date I closed them on, $2,000 that day, and then a month later they would pay me another $2,000 until they just didn't want to work with me anymore. Step two, you pretty much just have to actually provide results for the business, which means you actually do have to do some work. That is the most important step of the process because if you don't provide results, of course, no one's going to work with you. You need to make sure you're putting effort into your creatives, which means the picture or the video that you are actually posting as an ad on Facebook or Instagram. You need the campaigns to perform well, so you have to have some decent creatives running as ads every single day. That is how you and the business generate and gain a stronger relationship. They see that you are doing your side of the deal, providing them good results and bringing them more customers or more clients because they are investing their money into you and into the ads, which they are wanting a result back in and a gain out of your work and their money invested into it. This is where the money for money relationship comes in. You're both generating each other more money. After that, step three is just growing your clientele. Obviously, if you close just one business on a $2,000 a month retainer, you're not going to be able to live off of $2,000 a month. You will be broke and starving yourself. You have to keep reaching out even after you have clients closed, so then you can potentially have more clients lined up and more clients paying you. That is how you make tens of thousands of dollars. That's also how Brez and all of these teenagers are making fuck you money online with just 5 to 10 clients. For example, if you did have 5 to 10 clients on a $2,000 a month retainer, you would be making $10,000 to $20,000 a month just from them. And this is way easier than you think. You probably hear that huge number and you're thinking there is no way, this is super unrealistic and this will never happen, but it's actually simple. Of course, if you do this, you can't slack, you can't take a bunch of days off or half-ass your work and your graphics and anything like that. You have to lock yourself in and do the work. And just because you're making X amount of money does not mean that you are up now and you can go do whatever you want and blow your money and actually not do the work anymore. You have to keep staying consistent and doing better and gaining more for your clients. This is how word of mouth gets spread, which is actually super good for signing new clients because you will get recommended to other people in other business models so you can run ads for them too. You just have to make sure you keep providing for your clients because they will keep providing for you and paying you. Like I was saying, step 5 is simple. Just stay consistent, keep pushing forward. You can't slow down because you're tired or don't feel like doing your work. You have businesses investing time and money into you, and they're wanting a ROI on their investment into you and the ads. If you don't provide good results or you don't do your work, you will lose clients, and the word of mouth and your reputation will get spread so fast that you will not sign another client ever again because people will just think that you half-ass everything you do and that you actually don't provide results for the business, which means that you will have no source of income and you will pretty much have just completely failed this business model. If you did learn anything from this video, then please do drop a like and subscribe. I would appreciate it a ton. I'm trying to grow this channel. I post informational videos about freelance brand scaling very consistently, which people would charge thousands of dollars for each of these videos that I post, but I'm posting them for completely free. If you do have any further questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I will get back to them as soon as I can.